guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to play Lemonade by Jeremy Passion on ukulele. So for this song, you're not going to need a capo and it's going to be in standard tuning, so it should sound like this, drum. So there's 5 chords that we need to learn for this song, so we'll go over the chords first and then later in the video we'll go over the strumming pattern for each individual chord. So I'm just going to be numbering the strings 1 to 4. The first string is going to be the one furthest away from you, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So the first chord that we need to learn is the D major 7th chord. So for this chord, you're going to need to press the 2nd fret on all the strings. So it's called a bar chord because you need a bar across the 2nd fret of all the strings. And then the 4th fret on the first string. So the 4th fret here, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4th fret here on the first string, and then bar across the 2nd fret of all the strings. So it should sound like this when you strum it. So the second chord that we need to learn is the E7 chord. The E7 chord, you need to press down the 1st fret of the 4th string, the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, and then the 2nd fret of the 1st string. So it should sound like this when you strum it. The third chord that we need to learn is the A add 9. So for this one, we need to press the 2nd fret on the 4th string, the 1st fret on the 3rd string, and then the 2nd fret on the 1st string. So basically from the 2nd to the 3rd chord, all we're switching are these 2 fingers here. And we're keeping our 1st string the same. And we're just switching these like this. So A add 9 strummed should sound like this. So once again, the E7, and then the A add 9. The 4th chord that we need to learn is the G diminished 7. So for this one, you're going to need to press the 1st fret on the 3rd string and the 1st fret on the 1st string. And then strummed, it should sound like this. And our last chord that we need to learn is the D flat diminished. So for the D flat diminished chord, we're going to need to press the 3rd fret on the 2nd string, and then the 4th fret of the 3rd string and the 1st string. So if you connect the dots of where your fingers are, it should look like a little triangle like this on the strings. So the D flat diminished strummed, it should sound like this. So those are all the chords that you need to learn for this song, and now we'll be going over the strumming patterns. So there's 2 different strumming patterns for each of the chords. So the first time through, he has a specific strumming pattern for each chord, and then the second time through, there's another set of strumming patterns. So we're just going to go over the first time through. So let's start with the D major 7. So for the first time through, for the D major 7th, you're going to be doing down, up, slap. So slap. And then E7, it's going to be down, up, down, up, down, up. The first down is going to be a little bit longer than all the rest of the downs. So down, up, down, up, down. So now I'm going to put the first and the second strumming patterns together. So for A add 9, it's going to be down, up, slap, and that's the same strumming pattern as the first chord. So now I'm going to be putting the first 3 chords together. And the next chord that we learned was the G diminished 7. And for this one, it's just going to be 1 down strum. So now I'm going to be adding the G diminished 7 to the sequence that we already had. So the last chord that we learned was the D flat diminished. And for this one, you're going to be strumming down, up, down, up. So now I'm going to be putting all those chords together, and that's what you're going to be playing for the first time through. So as you can see, the first time through, we used the chords D major 7th, E7, A add 9, G diminished 7, and D flat diminished, so 5 chords total. So the second time through, you're only going to be using the first 4 chords. So the second time through, you're going to be using D major 7, E7, A add 9, and G diminished 7, but you're not going to be adding the D flat diminished. So second time through, the strumming pattern for D major 7, it's going to be down, down, up. So, and for E7, the second time through, it's going to be down, up, down, up, down. So now I'm going to be putting the D major 7 and the E7 together for the second time through. So for A add 9, the second time through, you're going to be strumming down, up, down, up, down, up. And then as I said before, you're just going to be ending on the G diminished 7. So it's going to be 1 down strum. Okay, now I'm going to be putting the second time through together. So you're not going to be adding the D flat diminished at the end of the second time through. Okay, so now I'm going to be putting the first time and the second time through all together. So those are the strumming patterns that he uses in his original song, but since this is like such a jazzy song, you can like improvise and you can take liberty. So basically you can do 1 strum per chord if you want, like. Or you can just do. So basically you can do whatever strumming pattern that you want. If this is a little bit difficult for you, you can always resort to the easier strumming patterns and just whatever strumming pattern that you want to do, basically. There's no set strict rules that you have to follow. So I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial of Lemonade. If you guys end up playing it, please tag me. I would love to see you guys playing it. If you have any song requests, put them in the comments down below. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys for the next video.